Hello and welcome to another episode of the Women series where we capture developments and stories that impact women. I hope you enjoyed the previous episode where we looked at women in leadership and what the future holds for the next generation. I think it is important to plan for the future considering where we are coming from. And in the last 2 weeks, our focus has been on women in leadership, and now we can help ourselves as women to promote equity in the corporate world. Now, we've spoken so much about being competent as individuals in whatever field we find ourselves. I mean, it is not a gender war. I think it shouldn't even be a gender war in the first place. What it should be is equity and recognition. I mean, if I'm good with something and I've proven over time that I am, I shouldn't be looked down upon because of my gender. I expect that I'm given the opportunity to work in that capacity. And I think that's about it. So apart from the corporate world, one other that seemed like it is politics. I smile when I say politics because before now, when women run for political positions, we're quick to say, oh, she might possibly lose. Now, thank you very, very much because what? We are ready to learn how to win. Now, one of the highlights from the WIMBI's event was the debate. Very interesting debate, I must say, and drops of laughs here and there. Now, the topic was Mr. President or Madam President. But before we go on, 2 questions I have for you. Yes, you looking at me, you. Do you honestly think that women are ready? Or would you even vote a woman as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Hold on that thought while you watch this.
We have globally, as of August 2021, we have 23 female heads of states or governments out of 193 UN member countries. The rest are Mr. President or Mr. Prime Minister in a world where women make up 50% of the world's population. When we come to Mr. President, the term Mr. President has been with us for a very long time. We are all used to this. The question that I guess our debaters should answer this afternoon is that, are we satisfied with Mr. President's performance over the years? Are you satisfied? Has Mr. President delivered the results and dividends of democracy? Now, no, just hold on. I'm setting a context. That is what we are going to answer. So the question really now is, if the debaters would also come and say, are we ready for Madam President in Nigeria? If we take a look at it, statistically, 30% of registered entrepreneurs in Nigeria are women. We also see that the population, male and female, in Nigeria, 50 to 50%. But I think I will stop here and allow the debaters to answer those critical questions, why I think that WIMBI's set this topic, Madam President or Mr. President, who is really the change maker and who is a better leader. That was why I needed to set that contest and to, put down those questions. So I will start by the side, Mr. President, because that's what we are used to. And for their intro, 2 minutes. So, Femi, it's over to you.
So, very quickly, right, all protocols observed. All protocols observed. Mr. President has been good for Nigeria. If you are happy about Nigeria, please say yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you. Some people are happy. Look, first opening point for me is this. The world has been developing for the past 500 years. But one of the biggest catalysts for development is war. Whenever there is war, there's technological advancement. Who starts the war? Mr. President. Thank you. When war happens, we develop new ways of treating people, medical, scientific, internet. What happens when we go to war? Great things happen. Who starts the war? Men. Thank you. You see, for you to be a leader, you have to be a narcissist. Wait now, calm down. the best leaders that we have had. And in Nigeria, let's talk about Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is such a wonderful and beautiful country. We had a male leader, great man. He did wonderful things, and I want to introduce you to him. Oh, don't worry, just calm down. Yes. This man was so benevolent that even after he passed on, he continued to give to Nigeria. Of his benevolence, he continued to give. He set the tone for some of the interventions that government is giving today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mr. President that we have today is a loving father. Yes. He's the father of the nation. So he allows the dogs and the goats to mix together so that they can all grow and learn how to live happily with each other. So you see, I round up this introduction to you because I know my co-debaters are going to come here and tell you beautiful things about women. But let me tell you something that's very important. You see, as president, you have to make decisions decisively and very quickly. Just before I came here today, I had woken up this morning knowing exactly how Mr. President should dress. But my wife decided to become part of the conversation, and I had to choose out of 16 different appearances. Ladies and gentlemen, I ended up with this very same one. God bless you. I shall be back.
Okay, thank you, Femi, for that. I will call in for yes, Farmer should come and support.
Hello, everyone. Hello. My co-debater says I'm the vice president. So, first, I want to appreciate my co-debater and I. You see, that's the thing. We are already prepared for Aso Rock. He's representing the West, and I'm representing the South. So I'd like to establish one protocol first. There's a song, I can't sing, but there's a song, and it goes like this. It's a man's world. You all know this song. You're just acting like you don't know it. So first, no, the second stanza doesn't favor me. So I will sing it for you. So a good leader is someone who is confident, who is strong, who is visionary, who is accountable, who is strategic, who is able to work and rule under pressure. Now, who does this quality describe? It can only be a man. Men have this quality, and it's almost as if they are born with it. It's innate in them. We don't want a female president who will rule by the heart and not, who will rule by the hand and not by the, who will rule by the head and not by the heart, I'm sorry. The office of the president is too serious to be emotionally led. We need a man who is able to make decisions. Nigeria is a developing country. We need a male president who can understand and work under pressure. I think the idea of women wanting to be president, online audience, please type it. I think he's ambitious, I think he's audacious, and I think he's reaching. Now, do you know that in this country, a woman has never been a service chief? A woman has never been a chief of army staff, chief of air staff, or even chief of defense. And you guys want to be president? Do you know that there are 109 Senate seats in the Senate? 109. And only 7, I can't even say it out, only 7 are occupied by women. There are 360 House of Rep members, and only 13. I know! So how do you want to be president when you're not even occupying? I stopped my introduction.
Thank you. So it's time for Madam President's side. Kate, you go first.
A very, very wonderful and cheery afternoon to all of you here. My name is Kate Henshaw, aka Kate the Great. I'm here to light my views in support of Madam President. I'll be ably supported by Hamzat Lawal, my dear friend. So my co-debaters, accurate timekeeper, I hope, women and men. Let me just take care of the points that you lot there have highlighted. You said for you to be a leader, you need to be a narcissist. I correct you and say you need to be selfless. And at the end of the day, your wife put you in this clothing, so who makes the decision in the home? Very well dressed, my female other side debater. You look very nice, by the way. You're actually dressed to be Madam President. Let me put it to you that it goes beyond the exterior and that it goes past your dressing. It's a man's world, but it's nothing without a woman in it. I believe that we've let the men hold sway for too long in this country and they're getting too comfortable. It's time to shake it. Because the Bible says, let he that standeth take heed, lest he fall. Thank you very much.
The only thing men know is fight, war, conflict. And when they started, all of them would run away. And we've seen women take leadership. Come on. Because naturally, women are leaders. Madam Ngozi Nkonjo-Iweala was minister for 2 terms. At that time, Africa saw Nigeria as the biggest economy. Which man have done that? None. Today, Madam Ngozi is leading debates in the world around trade and investment and building back better because men even took us to COVID-19. Before the Sustainable Development Goals, Madam Amina Mohammed led intervention in Nigeria on the Millennium Development Goals. She engineered the post-2015 development agenda. Where were the men? So I tell you today that I'm even standing in front of you because my mother invested so much in me. And I would always give my seat to women, not because they cannot take it, but because it is theirs. Again, women are peace lovers. Even if they come with their narcissism and war, we would always embrace them in peace because we are their mother.
Okay, a lot of things have been said here. Narcissists, Mr. President can work under pressure, Madam President can work under pressure, Senate and House of Rep seats, so many, and we have so little, few women in there. So, Mr. President's side, quickly respond.
Enough of this nonsense. So, let us be very clear about it. So, my co-debater came here and said flowery things about women being great, women being nice. Look, women would decide your future inside the bathroom. When they are discussing with their fellow women, all the problems of your life will be discussed inside that bathroom when they are doing their makeup. So you want them to be discussing national issues inside the bathroom? No. Secondly, you came here and you mentioned Madam Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, the great lady who is now the general, who is now in the World Bank. Who appointed them? Mr. President. So you see, Mr. President has the foresight to identify women that have capability, and we put them in power. Let's continue. So let me leave you with this very important one. Hamza came here and talked about his wonderful mother. Oh, my mother, I love her, absolutely. But her job is to be the mother. When it comes to being president, you have to be hard. I'm sure all of you have watched that thing on Netflix of Eniola Badmus. In politics, there is violence. And if you want to win, you have to be ready for violence. And it is men that have the monopoly of violence. So as we are dispensing violence, we are grabbing power. And you see the difference. I'll round up with this. You know, there's something about girl power. They tell us that girl power, girl power. The problem is when we men, we collect power, we are very selfish about it. We think about ourselves. But in thinking about ourselves, we make you happy. But you see, when women come there, they're going to have this association of women who will then be in charge of making decisions for us. And then all of a sudden, the food that we can eat becomes, there's too much pepper. There's too much fat in the meat. The meat is not good for you. No, we want Madam President to continue to be Madam President at home. When it comes to making decisions about whether we want to go to war or not, we need Mr. President to decide. Wait, Mr. Timekeeper, this is Mr. President speaking. Let me now round off with this. You know, when women make decisions, they think about it very well. When we make decisions, we just make it as Mr. President. So if I decide that I'm building a rail line from Kaduna to Karanamoda, so be it. You can think about it, but we have decided. Thank you.
Just close your eyes and imagine that today Nigeria has a female president. Just imagine it. He talks about decision making. Who makes the better choices and decisions? All the moments we gave him microphone, he was just here wasting our time. The times are changing. The tides are going backward because women are not taking their position. Madam President is here to stay. Over 50% of voting population are women. Over 50% of Nigeria's population are women. Today, when you look at economy, when you look at finance, when you look at business, when you look at entrepreneurship, women are leading naturally. But when you look at politics, these men are trying to muzzle up and come with their toxic masculinity because they're weak, because they're scared. They're scared that the only thing they know how to do is bad politics. But as women, we would come. We're inclusive in nature. We would carry them. We will show them light, and Nigeria will be great.
So how nice of Hamzat to come here and say women are what? Hamzat, in 2019, 5 women contested for the presidential election. What happened? You happened. I like the silence. Now, are you aware that all the women are being used for is to fill up the quota? One man, one woman. Just for the sake of it. A woman. And I'm still telling you people this thing because I'm serious about it. A woman has never been in Nigeria. Don't come and tell me Kamala Harris, so. I have. A woman has never been an elected governor. Why do you people want to jump the guns? Like, why? Why don't you want to start from grassroots? How do we trust you people that you are competent, that you're going to be competent? You want to just get up there and fail and lose this your small chance that they are going to give to you. How many women have PVCs? When I say women, I don't mean these fine ones sitting front row here. See Wimbies, we have collected all of them. These are the Wimbies women. I'm talking about the ones in the marketplaces, is to be sensitized. I'm talking about the ones that you will need to go to and convince them. It's not to tell us, close your eye, imagine, this is not yoga. It took Nigeria 32. I have all the facts, so should I say it? Thank you. It took Nigeria 32 years to produce a female candidate, a presidential candidate. Not even 32 years. In 1992, that was when the eyes of women started. So 32 years before a female candidate emerged. And you are here. So which one is it? You know, women are still fighting gender parity, feminism, a seat at the table. Should we bring our seats? Are they giving us seats?
Thank you, Farmer. Thank you, Farmer. Time is up.
Choose your fight, though.
Thank you. Madam President's side. Choose your side. A lot of things have been said to you. You are not ready yet. Not just these women here. Rural women.
I don't blame them. We have let them slide for too long. Why do they need Aloja of Lagos in elections? Can anybody answer? Can you win the election without her? No, I can't hear you people now. That's what's causing all these insults here. Wherever you see an advanced nation, forward thinking, a woman is in charge or she's somewhere very close. That's the truth, whether we like it or not. And Nigeria has been lagging behind for so many years. And it's about time that we let people know that there are women here ready to take their place. I also want to let you know, both of you won't be here if a woman didn't give birth to you. Let's just start from there. Yeah, you won't be here. And I've noticed that as Mr. President, you have no respect for the rules. They ring the bell, you're still holding the microphone and you're talking. You're very rude. Very rude. And yes, I will mention Kamala Harris. I will mention Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I will mention Dora Akunyili. I will mention Ibukun Awoshika. I will mention Julia Oku. They're all in here. And I want to say to every woman here, there's a female president seated right here. Right here. That's better. Women ruled in this land long before the white man came. Queen Amina of Zauzau, who led an army of 20,000 soldiers into army. You women, you are following my hand this year. Efun Sheto Aniwura, who went where an army could not. Moremi Ajashiro, whom kings feared. Women traded, owned land, lived here long before the white man came. So what has happened? Why did you relinquish your power to these ones? It's time. The world is moving. We are tired of being left behind. We are tired of being the prodigal child, the stepchild, the one who doesn't have anything. But we have everything. Look at all of you in here. If you decide that it's a woman, a good woman, because I choose to qualify it for obvious reasons. Yes, a good woman is whom you will support. Then you will see Nigeria change forever. Thank you.
Let me respond to something that Hamza said. You know, Hamza came here and talked like a... In fact, at some point he called himself a woman. And I had to be sure whether he was confused about whether he was a man or a woman. But let me say this, so that we are very clear. You know, in the place of power, when decisions are made, you need decisiveness. You need lack of emotion. You don't even need data. You just need to make a decision. Yes. You know, he's only... And then you see one of the biggest problems with women. See my honorable chief whip. She has finished. She was already in the Senate. She went to go and do PhD again. Part of the problem is you are overqualified for the role. For president, we only need you to have WAEC certificate.
It is because of your affidavit, WAEC, that's why we're where we are today. So you were talking about competence, and you say we, the women, were not competent. It's so unfortunate. Power is created and shared. And we've seen women come together to create power. And have shared this power and have collected feedback and ensure inclusion. But for the men and the so-called Mr. President, for them, they have taken power by force with so much violence. They've held on to this power and have kept us on our knees. We say enough is enough. We would rise as women. Yes, I'm a woman. We would rise as women and we would take Nigeria to greater heights. But as we do that, we would use data, not by how we wake up from the side of the bed. We would use data that are granular, data to inform policy and decision making. And yes, we're preparing and studying and even getting a PhD because we know leadership is not by just getting a WAEC result, affidavit WAEC. But it's about studying, it's about learning, it's about networking, because the world is now a global village. And today we've seen women who are supporting each other across the world. You men, all you do is smoke your cigar and drink your Hennessy. But we were thinking about the future of Nigeria. We're thinking about what becomes of us in the next 20 years. Today, we're giving you stage because we've done so much work for 20 years. What have you done?
So in closing, I just want to say a few words to all of the women here, that we forget so readily how far we have come. We forget our lineage, our strength, our history. We who have been proven by science to live longer than the men, to have larger brains. We who carry children in us for 9 months, unshakable. We have given out our position to the men. It's sad. We are offsprings of countless women warriors. We need to step up to the plate. And like the Honorable said when she came up here, WIMBIZ is a watering hole for the female president of Nigeria. Again, I repeat, WIMBIZ is a watering hole for the female president of Nigeria. Thank you.
To crack the glass ceiling is not a child's play. Yes, it might have taken the United States of America over 200 years. But that's why we've left to the men to make all the mistakes. Nigeria is a beacon of hope for Africa. And since this is my closing, today we practice money politics. If you do your research, Emily's List was what the women in America used to campaign and fund a lot of women to get into public office. First they started, with the parliament, that's Congress. I think in the case of Nigeria, probably we should look at how WIMBIZ can support elect her. You see these men, they have stolen a lot of our wealth. And with those uncontrolled wealth, they would fund crisis and get a lot of unemployed young people to snatch ballot boxes or even cause mayhem. But as much as we're embracing peace, we must also understand that money plays a critical role. And right now, as women, we must start to put our money where our mouth is. I believe so much in Madam President because I know women will do better than men and have always done better than men. but we would not wait 200 years. Not in the hands of these people without direction.
I'm sure you had such a good laugh as much as I did. As funny as that was, there were salient truths. I mean, hidden truths the debaters highlighted. One, over 50% of the voting population are women. Yes, you heard me right. Over 50% of the voting population are women. Yet, we do not believe in ourselves. Why? Like, why? Why? For real though, why? And record has it that for every government that has worked and is working, a woman was or is still involved. Again, I think that it is not a gender war. It shouldn't even be. It should be about competence. If she's capable, allow her to take a seat. We should not allow ourselves to be ruled by money politics. It has never and it will never work for any government. I think it's also important that women also support each other. If a competent woman has indicated in running for a political position, the greatest win for her is the support you give to her. And together, I think it is our win. And most importantly, we can only achieve this with our voting rights. And that is our permanent voters card, PVC. Have you gotten yours? I have mine, just in case you're wondering. And that's where it starts from, right? So if you haven't, make it a point of duty to get your PVC. So just before I go, if you are a woman in the business, a woman in business, I've got something for you. So the FSDH Merchants Bank is inaugurating a Women in Business initiative. And the theme for the inaugural event is the future-focused female. Future-focused female. That sounds right. The initiative is focused on enabling and encouraging business and professional women across the country. So for the events, it will be driving conversations around the verticals of a woman. And by that, I mean a finance, a well-being, a career, and of course, a business. So some of the speakers billed to speak at the event are Jumoke Adinawal, that's going to be the keynote speaker, Bumi George of Shredder Gang, and of course, Odu Eweni of Piggy Vest. The event is happening this Friday, November 19th. Here is the good news. The event is free. All you need to do is register. So find the link on the screen to register. I will be there. So I expect you. I expect that you join me. Thank you. That's about it. And on that note, thank you for watching today's episode of the Women series. Make it a date with me next week. Do follow us on all our social media platforms showing on the screen. Learn more about personal finance on our website via www.proshareenergy.com. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.